What's going on, y'all? The non-amazing Lucas, aka Dusty Lucas, aka the amazing Bottom, is still out here crying, right? Going off about what's the dude name? Carmelo? Whatever. Let's see what he has to say. Probably gonna talk about reparations, slavery, say a bunch of other racist things.
Of Kyle Rittenhouse and his temperament that the judge didn't allow in, because that judge was definitely in favor of Kyle Rittenhouse. We did a live stream of the trial, and it was insane how much the prosecution was going to bat with the judge. But that's neither here nor there. We also get to see Carmelo Anthony, right? We also get to see what the defense was so scared about, coming out on the stand in the middle of trial. Now, I looked through all of this. Okay, you can go through it, and see all the stuff. He was like, accused of stalking when it comes to his girlfriend. There was him saying that, when he gets mad, he blacks out and stuff like that. He jokes about, shooting up a school and then goes on to say he would never do that. Also texts about him having a gun constantly. All that, I'm like, that's not really anything crazy, bro. I don't see how you're going to completely destroy this man's character, in trial based off of this. That is until there was one text, which I thought was insane, where allegedly, he's threatening his girlfriend and saying that when he stabs somebody, he wants to lick the blood off the blade.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Yeah, bruh. Bruh, that is wild, bro. That is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I can understand how the prosecution would run with that, okay? You can bring the girlfriend, in the trial. Hey, did you ever feel threatened by Carmelo Anthony? Yada. So, did he ever have drugs? Was he selling drugs? Did you ever catch him selling drugs? Because the text messages say all this stuff. And I'm just like, bruh, that's rough, man. That is rough. But at the same time, hearing Carmelo Anthony from, his words, why would you say this? What type of headspace were you in? Did you get this from a movie? Where did this come from? Right? We're going to need some context. We're going to need some explanation. I still think, even all of that they try to, dump. I think what is from Austin Metcalf is far worse, bro. Is far worse. Okay. I think they should have bit that bullet and have him testify on the stand. That's what we've gotten right now, because the prosecution did a whole dump of Carmelo Anthony and the defense did a whole dump of Austin Metcalf. And Austin Metcalf is a demon, is a hell spawn. Okay.
Yeah, he's wilding. He is wilding. And he is only saying this because of the color of his skin. Let's be clear. The biggest racist that is in this situation, or even speaking on it, is Lucas.
That's racist!
That's just blatant. Lucas be out here wilding. Now you calling people demons and whatnot? Like, that's crazy. Especially when you out here moving demonic. Yeah, he's definitely out his mind. He's just crazy. This dude is bugged out. He won't even wash his hat.
That's what we've come to find out. This kid calling, people the hard R, all this stuff. And like I said, it doesn't fall far from the tree. We see his father. His father is a POS, bro. His father is going to burn in hell just like his son, just like Charlie Kirk and the rest of the lineage of evil.
Wow.
He's out of line, but he's right.
What? No, he's not right. He is out of line now. The lineage? And then why you gotta go after Charlie Kirk? Like, why? That is insane. In fact, all he is doing is going after people that passed away right now. Because of the color of their skin. This dude is nasty, bro. This dude is one of the nastiest.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Nasty work, bro. Super nasty work.
So I'm not really surprised at seeing, that, Austin Metcalf was violent towards women and everything. I'm not surprised at that, bro. There's a reason why, Jeff Metcalf is not with the wife of his kids. There's a reason for that, bro. He just clearly does not seem to be, an upstanding citizen. We'll say that. Nevertheless, I think it's pretty wild that the prosecution would be so underhanded like that. But when you have a defense who goes, does a gentleman's agreement during one of the biggest murder trials, the last decade or so, like, come on, bro. Like, that these people are not going to play fair. They're not going to play fair. They didn't do anything illegal, but they definitely not play.
These people? The hell he mean, these people? What is that supposed to mean? These people. I told you guys, he's racist as hell, bro. Super racist. I don't know why he's being so disgusting. It's like weird as hell. Weird as hell.
Playing by the rules. So for you to say, well, we both agree, and I'm going to bring, Carmelo Anthony, because the prosecution knows that Carmelo Anthony go on the stand, he definitely could have gotten off. 100% could have gotten off. 100%, because it would contextualize what was going on that day.
And because you the expert. You. Then go out there and go defend somebody. Go be their lawyer. Watch them fail so miserably. This is going to go down in history. Go ahead. You go and advise somebody. Lucas don't know nothing. Listening to him is like definitely bad for whatever you want to be conducive in your life. Like, it's just not going to work out.
They would let everyone know a first-hand accounting of what was said, what actually took place, who's lying, why they're lying. Man, it would just lay everything out. I don't know, man. It just seems like this was poorly handled. That's what it seems like. And all the evidence going towards, Austin Metcalf's, character and the type of temperament and the person he was is night and day from the little hell spawns that betrayed Carmelo Anthony on the stand. They try to make it all seem that, it was Carmelo Anthony who was the aggravator. He was the instigator. He was doing all this. And we come to find out this hell spawn, this demon, this child of Satan.
This dude is nasty as hell, bro. Super nasty. Lucas, for someone who makes so many nasty and disgusting decisions and things to be out here doing, the fact that you could say that, and the fact that you're demonic as hell with your actions, that's why I'm like so befuddled. It's confusing to me that you could be sitting here calling people demonic when you're being demonic on a 24/7 basis, all day, every day. Within this one video, you've said way more things that would have me side-eyeing you, thinking you down with the man downstairs. That's what we're going to call him right now. With the man downstairs. We think that's more likely for you than it is for anyone else that you're speaking on.
What it has a crazy background, not only a racist background, but a violent background. Okay. He's not doing just text messages. Okay. He's actually doing violent behavior. That's the difference, I would argue, when it comes to Carmelo Anthony and also.
You serious? So Carmelo wasn't violent? He wasn't violent at all, is what you're saying. Now, crazy that sounds?
Crazy! Metcalf. This mofo was doing what he was saying, bro. He was assaulting girls. He was, graffiti, KKK and all this racist, diabolical stuff. So to act like.
I said, dude, don't even realize he's a big part of the problem. That's facts. He's trying to cause more of a divide. This halo
on Austin Metcalf is wild, bro. It's wild, but we see how the media ran with it. We see how these Sambo soldiers try to paint this narrative of Austin Metcalf being an angel. We knew what it was. We knew what it was all along. So hopefully Carmelo Anthony gets another trial, gets a new trial. And, you know, this kid gets his life back. Hopefully, because his life has been taken from him, bro. 35 years is
his life has been no, his life wasn't taken. He was the one that was doing the taking, actually. He was doing the taking. Sounds so crazy, bro. Lucas is a nutcase. Yeah, it's plain and simple. He'd never know what the hell he's talking about. At all. He'd just be talking. Making no sense either. Just saying stuff. Trying to pander to his wokety woke. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna say what I usually say. But his wokety woke crew. It's pretty horrible, bro. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well. And check out my live streams. You should be able to find the link somewhere in the description.